Welcome, respect friends. Let us continue our pursuit of studying our Sanatana Dharma Shastras to very clearly understand the Adhyatmika Jivana, Lakshya, Marga, Avashyakata, etc. These Shastras are given to us by the great uh, realized saints and sages. Their anubhutis, their testimonials are all these. So it's all very subjective, but always can be suggested that have respect for them, value for them, reverence for them till this jnanam is gained. Without respect, reverence, you won't attend to them, you won't read their shastra. Like if you don't have respect here to this class, you won't come. Then what is guided here, you will never be listening and understanding. So our saints, sages who gave us shastras, have faith in them, respect, till you understand the Tattva through the study of Shastra. After that, you reach out to your goal and be liberated. That is what they expect. You whether respect them or not, how does it matter? So my respecting my Guru and my Shastra is in my own interest of gaining for myself the Adhyatma Jnana, getting for myself sufficient prerana, doing sadhana by myself, reaching to my own self for my own liberation. If this clicks to us, then we'll be different in our life. And who is the one who obstructs us in this? Very subjective. It is inside only. We don't even utter anything regarding that. Leave it to yourself. Now, Yoga Vaashishtha Maharamayana, third Utpatthi Prakaranam, Sri Rama Vaashishtha Samvada, in that Leela Saraswati Samvada, Leela Upakhyanam, beautiful 22nd Sarga, Vignana, Abhyasa, Varnanam. So the Vignanam is pure Paramatma Tattva. Tat Abhyasa is, first Abhyasa is trying to understand about it as we are doing through the Shastra Shravanadhyayana. Second Abhyasa is Manana Chintana. Third Abhyasa is Nididhyasana. Fourth is Anubhuti. So we have added yesterday Shravanadhyayana Manana and Mother gave three Chintanam, Kathanam, Anyonyam, Tatprabodhanam. So this we have to do as Abhyasa. What is Abhyasa? Tatra Sthitau Yatno Abhyasa. How it is achieved? Dirgha Kala Nairantarya Satkara Asevita Drudabhu. All these are the topics we are exhaustively studying from last 6-7 days, if you remember. We have now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shlokas to study to complete this sarga. Very beautiful, very profound. Let us do it. Before that, our Mangalacharana shlokas to tune ourselves to the satsang and the shastra and the subject, and also to invoke the grace of Paramatma and the Guru Parampara. Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo. Om Yairime Gurubhi Purvam. Om Shankaram Shankaracharya. Om Shri Rama Rama Ramete Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tatulyam Ramanama Varanane. Om Brahmanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrusham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalam Achalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मभक्तियोगधर्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद् गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीरामचन्द्र परब्रह्मणे श्रीवसिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वेदव्यास वामदेव नारदादि श्रीरा योगवाष्ट महारामायणादि शास्त्राणामाचार्येभ्यो नमः। सङ्कल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषद् योगवासिष्ठमहारामायणोक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणेतिहास सन्तवाङ्मयोक्त साध्यसाधनानुभवसिद्ध्यर्थं तत्रोक्तऋषिमुनिगुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रहानुभव प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ते विश्वाध्यात्मिकप्रगत्यर्थं धर्मसंस्थापकानां नित्यनिरन्तरदिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादिमन्दिरादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरन्तरशास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तरशत्रुविघ्नसमूल निर्मूलनपूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च तस्मात् क्षणात् आरभ्य वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्षपुरुषार्थानां सुसम्प्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्मसाफल्यार्थम् अनेकशास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नमध्ये श्रीवाल्मीकिमहर्षिविरचित श्रीराम वशिष्ठ संवाद रूप श्री सरस्वती लीला संवाद रूप श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शन दृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। ॐ सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तमेकमजरं नित्यं विभुं शाश्वतं प्रत्यग्ब्रह्मरसायनं सुखघनं पूर्णं परं पावनं स्वात्मज्योतिरनादिमध्यनिधनं मायाविलासैर्मुहुः विश्वाकारमपास्तमायमभयं वन्दे विशुद्धं पदं। ज्ञानादेवात्मनो मोक्षो न तु कर्म समाधिभिः अज्ञातोऽसौ स्वसदृश्यं सृजत्येवेति कीर्त्यते। ॐ तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे। विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहं। तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्री गुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नताः स्मः। पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिदीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरपि कलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये। ओम श्रीरामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री वशिष्ठादि ऋषिभ्यो नमः। श्री योगवासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रम तृतीय उत्पत्ति प्रकरणम लीलोपाख्यानम विज्ञान अभ्यास वर्णनम नाम द्वाविंशः सर्गः। श्री वशिष्ठ उवाच श्रीदेवी उवाच। Worth remembering this topic as many times as possible because it is the essence of all things to be done and to be achieved. Leela says, while listening to this profound jnanam given by you, O Mother, Drushya Vishuchika is disappearing from my vicinity. Means the Drushya is necessary, Drushya is existing, Drushya I must pursue, without Drushya I cannot be. All these delusions are going away. Now you talked about Avabodha Ghana Abhyasa. What is Abhyasa? How it is done? How it is strengthened? What is the result? Give me this guidance out of Krupa. That is your Upakara to me. Then Mother says, first and foremost only as a base thought in this world, good or bad, smaller goals or higher goals cannot be achieved without Abhyasa is equal to can be achieved with Abhyasa is equal to only through Abhyasa we can achieve. Therefore, in life, in general, more particularly to you and I as Adhyatmika Sadhakas, more than anything else, if one thing is important, it is Abhyasa. This we explained exhaustively. Two thoughts we talked about. One, Jnana Prapti Abhyasa. Second, Prapta Jnana Sadhana Abhyasa. Jnana Prapti Abhyasa is Shastra Shravana, Shastra Adhyena, Shastra Manana. These three give us the Prapti of Jnanam that Brahman alone is real, everything is delusory, that need not be attached to do. Two, we can withdraw from it and then we realize the self. See our morning, श्वेता what do you call? Yeah, श्वेताश्वतर में भी बताए एको देव सर्वभूतेषु गूढ़ः. Then in Mandukya also we seen, you know, Spandamanam Alatam, etc. Everywhere we are seeing that. So this is called as Jnana Prapti. Then the Prapta Jnana Abhyasa. Abhyas may always the habitual error of involving in the world and entertaining the world. Slowly have to be reduced. Then वेले तो नहीं बैठ सकते हैं. Therefore, of the Prapta Jnana, the other aspect that everything is Brahman and I am Brahman, of that we have to do the Abhyasa. When we are engrossed in the Abhyasa of Tat Vastu, without any extra efforts, the Atadu, the Kalpita, Drishya Jagat, which was binding us earlier, automatically goes away. Like you come to this class 1 hour, you need not worry about how to get detached from the world. For this 1 hour, you are detached. Because you are in the class, इधर आ गया तो automatic you out of sight, out of mind. That's why Mother, without focusing right now in this topic much on the Vyatireka Abhyasa of rejecting the world, she is focusing only on the Anvaya, wherein she gave us the three sadhanas. That's the most profoundest of the shlokas. What was that? Tachintanam tat kathanam anyonyam tat prabodhanam etade cha tadabhyasam vidurbudha. So we have exhaustively seen last 2 days this topic. Tat is Parabrahma. Tat Parabrahma Chintanam. Now to do Chintana, we being Indians, Hindus, Sanatan Dharmi, we have so many of the Upanishadic Shastras facilitating to do the Chintana on the Tadvastu because of that Tadvastu in our Shastras, Swarupa Tatastha Lakshanas are given for Chintana. Without Shastra, can't we think about the Tat, sir? You can. Just focus on the substratum behind all the superimposed. Shastras are not that way compulsory if doesn't want to believe. Realizing the self is the goal. If somebody else in that way go and reach Paramatma, let them do. But we have our gurus, our Guru Parampara, we are having our Shruti Smriti Purana Itihasa Shastra, we follow that. It is easy for us. We don't leave this and we don't bind others or compel others. And our Shraddha in our Shastras is for us to follow our Shastras, to reach to Paramatma easily. We have no fightings with anybody who doesn't believe our Shastra. But we don't follow them too. Because we have our faith. We have our Rishi Parampara, Guru Parampara. हमको लग गया है. We have no doubt that when we study their Shastras, contemplate, the Jnanam will come. Then the path shown by them. When we do sadhana, Anubhuti also will come. We are very clear about it. Isn't it? That is the meaning of Tat Chintanam based on the Shastra. Like in the last chapter, Saraswati Mata already told the three things. Vedantaha, Guravaha, then Swanubhuti. है Atra pramanam Vedantaha Guruvopyanubhavastatha. Mother already told. Vedanta Upanishads, Shastras, Gurus to teach that. And according to the teaching, when we do sadhana, we get Anubhuti. These three are the pramanams for the Parabrahma Tattva. So when she says Tat Chintanam, we can understand it includes Tat Shravanam, Tat Adhyanam, Tat Mananam on the basis of Shastra and Satsanga taught by the Guru to make it easier. Then Tat Kathanam, no talking of any other topic to anybody. Anyonyam Tat Prabodhanam, let each of us encourage each of us only in about the Tadvastu. Here Chintanam, Kathanam, Prabodhanam, before that Shravanam, Adhyanam, Mananam. 6 words we used. But more than all these 6, the 7th thing is important. Don't miss that. What is that? It is not the 7th thing, it's the first one. What is that? That Shravana, Adhyayana, Manana, Chintana, Kathana, Prabodhana, we are doing about Tat. Tat को मत छोड़ना. फिर सारा चौपट हो जाएगा नहीं तो. The power of the words, the power of thoughts, the power of discussions, the power of talks are so funny. You understand that? उस चक्कर में जो हम फंस जाते हैं, जिस मेन टॉपिक ब्रह्म तत्व के लिए ये सब शुरू हुआ, हम उसको ही भूल जाते. That is why in Viveka Chudamani, Bhagavan says, from one guru in one sentence, when you listen about Tattvamasi, meditate on it and realize it. All the other discussions, all of them, if you are not alert, instead of strengthening your knowledge and conviction, they may distract you. To strengthen your knowledge and conviction, you repeatedly study Shastra, like you and I are doing. But if you are not alert, you become more busy in the discussion and Vagvivada, forget the self. He says, Shabdajalam Maha Aranyam, Chitta Brahmana Karanam. Ataha Prayatnat Nyatavyam Tattvajnaihi Tattvam Atmanaha. That's why yesterday we concluded that we are not to become Shastrajna, but we are to become Atmajna. But to become Atmajna, the Atmaswarupa Jnana and Sadhana are indicated in the Shastras. Therefore, Shastras are necessary. Bhagavan Shankara so intelligently says something about Shastra in our Vivek Chudamani. Very vichitra. That shows how intelligent he is testing our dimag. He says, Avijñate pare tattve Shastra dhitistu nishvala. That if you don't know the Paramatattva, your all Shastra Adhyana is waste. Second, Vijñate pare tattve. If you know the self-reality, Shastra adhitistu nishpala, then also studying the Shastra is waste. In both places, what is said is studying the Shastras is waste. Conclusion is what? Therefore, study the Shastra. So if you don't know the Tattva, Shastra study waste. If you know the Tattva, Shastra studies waste. Therefore, what to do? Do the waste thing. What is it? Study Shastra. See the trickish way of saying it. वो पढ़ के ना दिमाग फिर जाता है लोगों का. There only our subtle intellect and Shraddha are checked. So intellectually we understand that the Shastras are studied to be realizing the self. For that the Shastra is compulsory. Once the intellectual knowledge comes, at the time of contemplation, take the Shastra as Gurudev says, like the javelin pole vault, not javelin throw, the pole vault pole. Once the time of vaulting comes, drop the pole and go the other side. Guru, Paramatma, Shastra, till the moment of enter into Brahman, we have to hold on to only that. At the time of entering Brahman, that's not required. Therefore, we drop it and go. Because in Brahman, Brahman alone is there. Tatra Vedaha Vedaha Bhavanti. See, in today, our morning, both Upanishads of Bradaranyaka and Chandogya, almost same topic came. That from that Paramatma only, Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharvaveda, Shiksha, Kala, so all of them have come from that Paramatma, only one side. The other side, in Paramatma, Avedaha Bhavanti Vedaha, nothing is there of Vedas, it is said. दोनों को मिलाकर for margadarshana we have to take only the shastra as help and follow it and reach out the reality and talk on the shastras only, through the shastras only, to others on reality. We are talking all about tat chintanam, tat kathanam, tat prabodhanam. For that you have to have data. Data is in shastras only. That is why in purest Hindu Sanatana Dharma, right from beginning, already given Shastras by Paramatma are taught to all human beings. So ब्रह्मचर्य में सब पढ़ लेते हैं गृहस्थ आश्रम में while going through गृहस्थ आश्रम नियमास they go through all the compulsions from within. After that, as per Shastra, only through in the Vanaprastha, they do tapasya and get detached and they take up sannyasa as told in Shastra. The tattva anubhuti they try for tattva chintana tattva. हमेशा शास्त्र to follow guidance. And this yoga vasishtha shastra only. Okay, so abhyas किसका करना है? तद का. What are the 6 abhyasas of the tada? Tad, tat shravanam, tat adhenam, tat mananam. And here, tat chintanam, tat kathanam, tat anyonyam prabodhanam. Okay, and 3 more we can add. That kathanam and anyonyam tat prabodhanam and others are there. When others are not there, when we are with our own selves, after tat chintanam, next is tat nidibhyasanam, then tad anubhuti, then tannishta. चिंतन के बाद निधि ध्यासनम. In the Nidhi Dhyasana, Anatma Tiraskarana, Atma Svikarana. Like in today's Vivakya Vritti, in 2 slokas, the Svikaraniya Atma Swarupa Lakshanas will be told. After that, in 7 8 slokas, the Tiraskaraniya Anatma Upadhi Lakshanas will be told. That is called Vyatireka Sadhana. First is Anvaya. These two put together is Nidhi Dhyasana. In the Nidhi Dhyasana, when both of them reach to 100% peak, that the Anatma Nirakarana is 100%, Atma Svikarana 100%, it just happens. That it just clicks that I am that self. Once that clicks and you look around, अरे everything is that only. वो एक जगह आत्म का अज्ञान से जो माया शुरू होकर for lakhs of lives binds us with upadhi tadatmya, binds us with the satyata of the jagat. It is such a, we tell you, it's very funny. The moment that self is touched, other than that there is nothing. Oh, वो तो महा विचित्र होता है वो अनुभूति. The disciple says, where this jagat has gone, which I have seen till this moment, where are the panchakoshas have gone? ओ गुरु मैं डर रहा हूँ. गुरु डर मत, थोड़ा रुक उधर, पता चलेगा. थोड़ा फर्स्ट टाइम अनुभव आया ना तो डर लगे. After some time you know that alone is reality. That's why atma anubhuti then atmanishta. He says kvagatam kenavanitam kutra linavidam jagat adunaiva maya dushtaha नास्ति किम महदत्पुतम. कोगतम कहाँ चला गया? केनवा नीतम who has taken away? Na kutra लीनमिदम jagat, where this jagat has gone, leena, dried, drowned, or disappeared into. Adhuna eva maya drushtam. Just a moment back till that time, I was watching the entire jagat. This is महदत्पुतम. गुरु क्या हो गया है इसे? अरे यार, always that nirguna nirakara ekameva dvaya sadgana chitgana anandagana brahman alone was there, is there, will be. Bas, out of Ajnana, like I am in the waking state, the ajnana of the waking state projected the dream. Dream is nothing but projection preceded by ignorance of the waker. So too, the ignorance of the real self followed, followed by it was the projection of all this world. Now you are awakened to wisdom, with the wisdom to the reality, then all projection is gone. I'm talking about the abhyasame, the other things. She told three, we added 3 plus 3. She said Tachintanam, Tatkatanam, Anyonyam, Tatprabodhanam. First 3 we added are Tat Shravanam, Tad Adhyanam, Tad Mananam. Then this side, after Chintanam, Tad Nididhyasanam, Tad Anubhuti, Tad Nishtha. But they are not said here. The purpose is that only, no? Atma Nishtha is the purpose. Before that, Atma Anubhava. Before that, Nididhyasana. Before that, Chintanam, she said. श्रुति माता सरस्वती माता मीन्स दैट ओनली. अब इतने पूरा पढ़ने के बाद स्टिल हाउ कैन वी हैव एनी डाउट्स? ओके, एतदेक परत्वम तद अभ्यासम विसा. देन इन कंटिन्यूएशन we saw in this aspect of realizing self. Realizing self is the real victory. And who becomes victorious in this endeavor wherein there's nobody to fight with, there's nobody to have war, there's nobody to defeat, yet it's a victory. Who becomes victorious? She says, Viraktaha Mahatmana. Those Mahatmas who have become Purna Virakta. What is the Lakshana of the Virakti? Bhoga Bhavana Tanavam Bhavayanti. By all their efforts in their heart, that Bhavana, that I have to have Bhoga of the world, they went on reducing, reducing, reducing. The two very effective ways of reducing the Bhavana in the heart, that I must have Bhoga, which is a big obstruction. One is Ishvara Prarthana. हे भगवान मेरे अंदर से भोग भावना निकाल दो. Only yoga bhavana you put. In the sense, from my heart, all desires to enjoy the world go away, replacing it with desire to know the reality. So Atma Ichha should remove all the another Ichhas. That is one thing. Second, we ourselves also, in small little quantities, doses, by keeping away from the bhoga, realizing that we can live without them, slowly reduce the dependency on them. These are the two ways by which we achieve what is said here. What is said here? Bhoga bhavana tanavam bhavayanti. Bhavayanti is important point. भावंत में फील कर रहे हैं अंदर से. क्या है? तनुकरण होना है. किसका? भोग भावना का. From my heart, all the desires of this world and that world should go away, and in that place, the only desire that I must realize the self should prevail all the time. They are called Mahatmas. They are called the Viraktas. Ask them why? Because Abhavaya, that they want to go beyond the samsara. They want moksha. Okay, te bhuvi jayanti. Such people, bhuvi jayanti, literal meaning is they are victorious on this horizon, the world. The indicated meaning is they bhuvi jayanti means they have become fulfilled in their life and opportunity of being born on the earth as human beings. या दूसरे से तो है नहीं कोई जय करने का, लड़ाई तो नहीं है ना. तो भुवि जयंती मीन्स दे हैव बिकम सक्सेसफुल विक्टोरियस, having born as human beings, fulfilled themselves. That is a jayanti. We have come only for this purpose. If we achieve it, it's fulfilled. So bhoga bhavana tanavam bhavayanti viraktaha mahatmanah te bhuvi jayanti. Same thing, next one. While doing so, the mati is to be focused on. The mati, the chitta, the mati, the antakarana, the mati, the convictions in us have to change to this. Udita audarya saundarya mati. वैराग्य रसरंजिता मति आनंद स्पंदिनी मति येषाम ते परे अभ्यासिना, दे आर सुप्रीम प्रैक्टिशनर्स. परे अभ्यासिन मीन्स ग्रेट प्रैक्टिस करने वाले. तो ऊपर के दो करने से, व्हाट दो? वन इज तच्चिंतनम तत्कथनम, सेकंड इज भोग भावन तानवम भावयन्ति and विरक्तः. When these two are done, the mati has to reach to this level. What is that? Udita audarya saundarya. The chitta is sundara now, because in that udita awakened. What? Audarya. What is udarata? Total freedom from the world, not slavery. Expressed as what? I am not the owner of the world. I am not the indulgent person in the world. Whatever I have, I just given up. My mati is not hankering behind anything. Udita Audarya Saundarya is a beautiful way of saying by Mother Saraswati. That is the mati. Second mati is Vairagya Rasa Ranjita mati. The mati is enjoying. Unlike the earlier, it was through Ragadvesha, it is Rasa Ranjita. It is enjoying in the rasa, the taste of what? Vairagya. Beautiful thought, no? You can give it to yourself name Vairagya Rasa Ranjita. Ranjit, masculine word, Ranjitaha. Ranjita is it's an adjective to the mati, therefore feminine word. Vairagya Rasa Ranjita mati. वो एंजॉय कर रहा है वैराग्य रस को, नट भोग रस राग. ये तो immature fellows. Third one is what? Ananda Spandini. That mati is spandita in its own inner आनंद. मैंने सब छोड़ दिया इसलिए मैं खुशी में हूं. और देखो दट आनंद, that छोड़ना is not outer duties. From the heart, I have no more any desire of the world. I have found freedom. Now I am in the आनंद. देखो ये चीजें जो सिर्फ हम सन्यासियों को एट्रीब्यूट करके, खुद सन्यास नहीं लेते हुए, गृहस्थाश्रम में रहते हुए उनको इंपॉर्टेंस नहीं देते या नहीं समझते, नहीं स्वीकारते. This out of 1,000 murkhatas we have, one of them is this. What is it? The sannyas is happy without house, without any bank balances, without any properties, without any name, fame, only to tell us that happiness is by choice in this way, not by the things. और सन्यासी ऐसे रहते करके हम क्या करते हैं? We don't give up anything, and anything we take up, that only binds us. That only gives misery. Therefore, in the modern definition, have everything but don't have the ownership on that, like Raja Janaka. That is more difficult than giving up everything. Have everything but untouched by it, unowned by it, like Puja Gurudev. He is a Vaashishtha avatar. He says, everything is there but he is untouched. Isn't it? They are all there for the work to accomplish of this Shastra Seva, not for one's own enjoyment or bhoga. How can there be any bhogi in him? He is always enjoying the Brahma Yoga. He doesn't have Vishaya Bhoga required. Okay. Like in that Sadashiva Brahmendra Yogi Kirtana about Lord Rama. Agamasaram Bhoga Viduram Yoga Shariram Bhuvanadharam. This is Paramatma. Agamasaram, essence of all Vedas, the Brahman. Bhoga Viduram, he is far away from Bhoga. He is not a Jiva to have Bhoga. Yoga Shariram. His whole Sharira is full of yoga only. Bhuvanadharam is the support of the world. We are discussing this thought. Ananda Spandini Mati. Earlier the Mati was having the Kida of desire, and no desire is ever fulfilled. They were always, it was Dukkha Spandini. Now this mind has got Vairagya Rasa Ranjanam. It is tasted the taste of Vairagya and recognized it, that it is more tastier than anything. Therefore, with Vairagya, he is in Spandana, in the Ananda Spandana. Kasya Sukham na karoti viragaha. Sarvam vastu vayanmitam bhuvinunam vairagyameva abhayam. isn't it? He found the taste. Like some people, 3 दफा खाएंगे, एक बार भी एक दिन भी वन टाइम फूड मिस हो गया, they become restless and eat double next time. But there are some people who discovered that one meal a day, that's it. Other times some fruits keep the stomach empty or lighter. They found joy in that. Others not able to recognize that possibility. देखो 3 दफा 10 बार खाते जाओ, पेट को भरते जाओ और अंदर के डाइजेस्ट सिस्टम को थकाते जाओ and get every disease. And still they have not recognized that, isn't it? I'm example how in the Vairagya the Ananda is discovered. So too some people 8 hours they sleep, still whole day drowsy. और भी वहीं चाहिए और भी नींद चाहिए. But there are some people 3.5 hours, 4 hours. They find complete rest. 20 hours they are available for sadhana and seva. They have recognized it. You know, for us, the worldly information compulsory. I have to know about every nonsense of the world. There's some people recognize जो होता है हमेशा वही होता होगा. What is required for me to do? Know it. I know what's my job. I am busy in that. He is not irresponsible. He is matured. He has discovered that what I need to do or know, it comes to me. I'll do that. I need not hanker around it. Like Puja Gurudev used to tell to all of us, don't worry, when you deserve, the work comes in front of you, you do that. When you need it comes in front of you, you do that. So simple it is, so direct. I'm telling, enjoying Vairagya. Yesham mati Vairagya rasa ranjita ananda spandini. Aha, they are the ones who can do the above said Tachintanam ityadi Vijnana Abhyasa, which is necessary to remove the Ajnana and Ajnana Abhyasa. Then that Vijnana Abhyasa leads to the Anubhuti. Final thing is Anubhuti. Like now I am feeling I am Sharira, this is my hand, this is my leg, hand pain is my pain, leg pain is my pain. These are all the notions the Ajnana Abhyasa done for million lives. So by doing the Vijnana Abhyasa, Tat Chintanam, Tat Kathanam, you are soaked in the Atma Vastu. This is the third stage. Huh? First stage is, as we said now, Dehosmi, Dehosmi, Dehosmi. Second stage, mein, as told by Saraswati Mata to Leela, by reducing the vasanas of Deha, come to the Ativahika Sthiti. Leela has already given up the Drushya because she said, no, all the Drushya Vishuchika gone away. When the Drushya Vishuchika gone away, the Stula Jagat is already transcended. As also in the Ativahika Sthiti also, Sukshma Rupena Drashta Drushya is there. So Ativahika Drushya also gone away from her. So she is not interested. Therefore, only one thing she is interested in, the परमात्मा तत्व द चिदाकाश. उसके लिए उन्होंने वो अभ्यास पूछा. मध्वाराज टेलिंग ओनली तत् 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 तत्. शी वांट्स तत्, सो तत् का ही फिर अभ्यास करो. That's how we have to connect the subject, what she is teaching and what she is listening. To lift yourself to the Shishya's level, then Guru's teachings become meaningful. When you practice them, they become fruitful. When they become fruitful, our life is fulfilled. Next, beautiful shloka. What is it? No, these are the very important shlokas. Atyanta bhava sampattau jnatrugnyasya vastunaha yuktya shastrair yatante ye te brahmabhyasinastitaha. Very poignant, very pregnant, very powerful shlokas they are. Hmm. Important, very important shloka. Okay, consciously suno. अत्यंत अभाव संपत्तौ ज्ञातृ ज्ञेयस्य वस्तुना. So through the tad abhyasa, soaked in it, we have to reach this as the goal. What is that? Jnatru Jneya, both of them have disappeared. Atyanta abhav of both of them happened. So then what we said in the introduction today, mother is adding that here. What is that? Yuktya Shastraihi. That is why the Shastra we have to study, we have to listen, we have to study and get that Siddhanta Jnana. Jodo apna yukti to that. Through this, when you do the Tatchintanam Abhyasa, the result of it should be other than Brahman, as the Jnata, me, as the Gneya, the Jagat in front of me, they are never there to that state we have to reach. Shastraihi yuktya ज्ञातृज्ञेयस्य वस्तुनः अत्यंत अभाव संपत्तौ परमात्मा प्राप्ति भवति. Okay, and for that who are doing abhyasa, they are called brahma abhyasinah stitah. So yatante ye te brahma abhyasinah stitah. So a brahma abhyasi is who? Isn't it? A question should come. A brahma abhyasi is he? Be attentive. Who is having the goal of aham brahmasmi anubhuti. For having that anubhuti, aham brahmasmi. The brahma abhyasi knows that the jnata and the gneya and the jnanam, the tripudi is the obstruction in knowing the self. Therefore, he studies Shastras, finds all the yukti, intellectually understands, and throughout life he does the practice. Of what? Of the devaluation, of the removal of the Jnaya and Jnata from his antakarana, from his acceptance, from his perception, from his the reality given status. So feel within us. Ki throughout day, throughout life, I am Jnata, the world is Jnaya. That is why the Jnapti Swarupa Brahma I am not able to realize. Now, all those Shastras, Shastra teachings of the Guru will prove to us that Jnaya and Jnata both are projected on the self only. Therefore, they are not real. All this should be understood through Shastra. Because they are not real, they are to be devalued. Don't involve in them. Then the reality is Paramatma. Involve in it only through Chintanam, Kathanam, Anyonya Prabodhanam. Such ones are called as Brahma Abhyasinaha Sthitaha. They are established Brahma Abhyasins. If this is not taught to us by our Guru, or he teaches, but if we have not got it, we are not fully awakened to the Vedantic understanding, the spiritual understanding. समझ में आ रहा ना वेदांतिक स्पिरिचुअल फाइनल अंडरस्टैंडिंग में टू एक्सपीरियंस अहम ब्रह्मास्मि which is ज्ञप्ति स्वरूपा having experienced which we get moksha. The jnata gneyam both are obstructions, they have to be transcended. But right now, with all our Upanishadic study, our interest in the Gneya Vastus, and I want to be the Jnata. Jnata hi nahi. I am the knower, then I am the desirer, then I am the pursuer, I am the doer, I am the enjoyer. अब इतने जब मैं बनता हूँ इसको भाव कहते हैं संसार. Then when will I realize I am Brahman? Every moment I am doing those things which are strengthening me as I am not Brahman but I am Jiva. This is called the contradiction in us, which you have to maturely understand and sort out. I am contradicting to my own sadhana. The sadhana is to get moksha. Moksha is to realize Brahman. Brahman is ekameva dvayam jnapti swarupa. But what am I involved in throughout the day? The two projected things on that Brahman, jnata, gneya. See that? How many Upanishads and how many times we have to listen and study for this basic thing to understand, for us to understand. 1,000 times we have to listen, 10,000 times we have to do manana, that the Jnaya and Jnata both are superimposed on the Jnapti Swarupa Brahma. In that Brahman, which is Jnapti Swarupa, when it is realized as me, there it is moksha. And in the level of life of Jnaya and Jnana, there is nothing but samsara, there is nothing but dukkha, there is nothing but bandhana. Isn't it? The two examples again, the Nidra and Swapna. In the Nidra, no Gneya, no Jnata. That's why so much bliss. In the Swapna, the Gneya Gnata Sambandha gives so much Swapna Bandhana, Swapna Dukkha. When you wake up from that, both Gnata and Gneya gone. Therefore, that samsara is gone. Therefore, that dreams dukkha is no more a dukkha in the Jagrata Avastha. Two examples. But for us, the Gneya is so real, so important, so beautiful, and we are going on decorating the Gneya so much, so much, so much. And the Jnata of the Gneya, we are competing with each other, competing with ourselves. See, that is what is said in all the Upanishads, etc. Here, the Leela Saraswati Mata, Vaashishtha ji is saying same thing in different language, that's all. जब तक मैं जीव इस जगत से तादात्म्य रखता हूँ, राग द्वेष रखता हूँ, तब तक मैं संसार में उलझे रहूंगा. मैं कभी परमात्मा को हृदय में खोज कर पकड़ नहीं सकता. That's what we read in all Upanishads. Same thing said here another way. That you have to do the Brahmabhyasa to such an extent that the Jnatru-Gniya have gone away. Jnatru-Gniya are never there, theoretically understood through the Shastra and Yukti. And in some million Yuktis giving and loading our head, simple thing. Everything is existing or not. Yeah, that existence is Paramatma. Everything existing. That everything, which is the thing which is existing? In that everything is existing. If everything is existing, then what is that thing? That is nothing but projection. Like if you say a pen in your hand, is pen existing or not? Yeah. In pen, which is the thing which is existing? है ना? The button wala, it is existing. The pocket में रखने वाला handle, that is existing. The outer body existing. The inner refill existing. The nib existing. Ink existing. If everything is existing, then what are all these things? The listed things 5, 6, 7. All of them are projection on that existence. This thought, if you can catch it, we got a big breakthrough in Vedanta. That is the power of this Shakti, that on the pure existence, it can project such things that they mesmerize to make us believe that they are real and make us forget their existence. Like today's AI. It is projecting the things so realistic that we are taking them as real, and the real things we are not taking as real. है ना? जैसे प्लास्टिक या केले जो है इतने फ्रेश लगते हैं, मोर देन द रियल केले. जो फल बनते हैं ना आर्टिफिशियल वाले, दे अपीयर टू बी देखने में रियल. Not only that, they artificially made rice, they artificially made milk, they artificially made oils, artificially made fruits, everything artificial आजकल. They appear to be more real than real. वही माया है. उसको हमें ब्रेक थ्रू करना है. Everything is existence because everything is existing. On existing, everything called name and form are just projected. That's why if you remove existence from anything, so simple, it becomes non-existent. It's an intellectual thing. बौद्धिक समझदारी है ये. If you remove existence from anything, what will happen? It becomes non-existence. Therefore, is it that thing existing by itself? No. Then who is giving existence to it? Existence. That's Paramatma. सत्य कहते हैं उसको. अत्यंत अभाव संपत्तौ ज्ञातृज्ञेयस्य वस्तुनः युक्त्या शास्त्रैर्यतन्ते ये ते ब्रह्म अभ्यासिनः स्थिताः. तो वो लोग, those people who are yatante, are trying, taking the help of what? Yukti and Shastra. So taking the help of Shastra and Yukti, they are trying. Trying for what? Sampatti, to achieve. Achieve what? Atyanta abhava, the total absence. They are trying to achieve the total absence with the help of Shastra and Yukti. What is that thing of which they are achieving, trying to achieve the total absence? Jnatru-Gneya. The duality of knower and known. The duality of known and known go in sleep. That's why there is bliss. But sleep is not realization. On the state of meditation, consciously, when while attending to the consciousness in us, transcend both drashta and drashya. That is called the Brahma Abhyasa. Here, when it is resulted after doing for a long time, we realize that Brahman, that's moksha. अत्यंत अभाव संपत्तौ ज्ञातृज्ञेयस्य वस्तुनः युक्त्या शास्त्रैर्यतन्ते ये ते ब्रह्म अभ्यासिनः स्थिताः. They are very well rooted Brahma Abhyasins. Because they are rooted in the Brahma Abhyasa, it's only a question of time for them to have the Brahmanubhuti. Beautiful sloka. Next one. 28th sloka. Again, very powerful one. Narayana, suiting to the title of this total Prakaranam, and to understand it as many shastras and as many times as required, we have to listen and do mananam. In this shastra also, पहले भी बताया, बाद में भी बताएंगे. First literal meaning of the shloka, you catch it. And how to achieve it, it's a effort of ours. First shloka chanting, its literal meaning. श्लोक क्या है? सर्गादावेव नोत्पन्नं दृश्यं नास्त्येव तत् सदा इदं जगदहं चेति बोधाभ्यास उदाहृतः. सर्गादावेव नोत्पन्नं दृश्यं नास्त्येव तत् सदा इदं जगत् अहं चेति बोधाभ्यास उदाहृतः. This is a continuation of earlier shloka. What is earlier shloka saramsha? We have to achieve the atyanta abhava, total absence of gnatru and gneya. What we have to achieve? The total absence of gnatru and gneya. A waking sleep. In the waking sleep, we are awakened to the reality. In the sleep, we have slept to the gnatru gneya, but not awakened to the reality. So, gnatru gneya atyanta abhava we have to achieve. Okay. About the gneya vastu, yaha bata rahe. What is it? Sarga adav eva. In the beginning of creation only, na utpannam drishyam. This drishya jagat, which is the gneya in the above line, above shloka, na utpannam. Therefore, tat sada na asti eva. It was never created, the creation, at the time of creation. Therefore, it was never there. Drishyam. And that entire drishyam, that is what is called as idam jagat. So, idam jagat named drishyam, never created in the beginning of creation only, therefore never it is there. Point one. Point two, when the drishyam is not there, the corresponding drashta, the aham chaitina asti eva. With this knowledge thoroughly uh, mastered through the study of Shastras, this practice only when we do. So in this, the practice is what? If we tell in our layman's language, the drishyam nasti, drashta nasti, brahma eva asti. Drishyam nasti, drashta nasti, brahma eva asti. That abhyasa. Because even though intellectual knowledge comes, still because of the abhyasa earlier, still we may involve in drashta drishya dichotomy. Therefore, as much essential is the jnana that drishya drashta were never there, so much the abhyasa of rejecting them also is required. Along with the abhyasa that therefore the substratum Brahman eva asti. तो ब्रह्म अस्तित्वाभ्यास उसके ऊपर कल्पित दृष्टा दृश्य नास्तित्व अभ्यास continuously have to be done. This is called as the abhyasa in another way. She asked now what is abhyasa, how it is to be done, how it is to be strengthened. All these techniques strengthen that tad abhyasa, brahma abhyasa. That's my mother Saraswati is guiding. Now for us, you and I, Sargadov eva idam jagat namaka drishyam nasti is the most important thing. Spend 1 day, 2 day, 1 month, 2 months, 1 year, 2 year, even 1 decade if it is required to get convinced about this truth, this knowledge. Okay. Luckily to us in our Mandukyadi Upanishads, exhaustively they are given. One or two examples we give, it will be enough for us to ponder. That is the ornament created out of gold? If this one question is understood, what is meant here is understood. Is that ornament created out of the gold? Think. In such a manner that now the ornament is in your hands, no more the gold. Isn't it? Is the gold there or not in the ornament? It is still there as it was earlier. If still the gold alone is continuing, persisting, continuing, what is the position of the ornament? Is the ornament created? No. If not created, still it is seen. What do you call it as? Appearance. Therefore, on the gold, ornaments are appearing. From the gold, ornaments are not created. Can you understand it? Pause. Give the time to the intellect, its subtlety. Like that, every example. From the cotton are the clothes created, or on the cotton clothes are appearing. From the mud, the pots are created, or on the mud, the pots are projected. From the steel, the bartan are created, or on the steel, the bartans are projected. These are the examples which have to be thoroughly contemplated for sufficient time. First of all, to catch what is being told. सबसे पहले. Then apply that to the reality. From the water, the wave is not created. That the water wave can exist independent of water. That the ornament can exist independent of gold. That the pot can exist independent of the mud. That the cloth can exist independent of the cotton. That the Jagat can exist independent of Brahman. क्रिएटेड नहीं हुआ, अपीयरेंस है, वो अपीयरेंस है तो रियल नहीं है ना. फ्रॉम द प्लास्टिक बॉटल क्रिएटेड. दिस इज द मिसयूज ऑफ लैंग्वेज वी डू. बट वो करने से कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, इसलिए वो हमको आदत हो गया. बट इन वेदांत वही सारा फर्क ले आता. फ्रॉम द प्लास्टिक द बॉटल इज नॉट क्रिएटेड भाई, इट्स ओनली प्रोजेक्टेड. बिकॉज विद इन द बॉटल द होल थिंग इज प्लास्टिक ओनली. But that becomes a habit to us. But there's a hell lot of difference between creation and projection. When it is created, it is real. When it is real, it cannot go away. When it cannot go away, you can never get moksha. Only when it is projection, then it can be rejected. And that's why all these are projected only. That's why the bottle again can be melted and you can make it as another plastic item. The gold ornament also can be melted and you can make another ornament. Isn't it? Mud, you can break that pot and out of that mud something else you can make. If it is real, the pot, etc., it would have not been possible. It was projected, that's why that was rejected. Mud remains all the time. So to Brahman is reality, on him that Jagat is projected. That is why it is continuously changing and disappearing. The projection is rejected, appearing and disappearing, not created and destroyed. That wrong language. जगत सृष्टि का शब्द ही गलत है. From the Vedantic standpoint, if one word is the most wrong word and should never be used, is सृष्टि. We talk about सृष्टि, स्थिति, लय. That has become natural to us. सृष्टि नहीं हुआ, फिर क्या हुआ? रूप नामात्मक जगत का कल्पना हुआ. Once see the difference. When you say it is सृष्टि, it is real. Then you feel like I can't exist without it. When you know that it is projection, you understand anything projected, it will go one day. So your attachment to that will reduce. Our goal is neither to attach or not to non-attach to the creation. Our goal is to realize the substrat. That is the beauty of this shloka. Sarga adav eva na utpannam drishyam na asti eva tat sada idam jagat. When the idam jagat, because it was never created, is never real, The seer of this Jagat, Aham Abhay, unreal only. Both of them are illumined by the consciousness. On that, both of them are projected. In this way, rejecting Drishya and rejecting Drashta and trying to realize the Shuddha Bodha Swarupa, Chaitanya Swarupa Paramatma, it is called as Abhyasa. What is samsara then? Forgetting the Bodha, the conscious self, and giving reality to me, the Drashta, and the world Drishya, and getting lost in this. Okay, now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 slokas. Next sloka is Drishyas. This is what I said in the morning in another class also कि शाम को ये श्लोक आने वाला है. दृश्या संभव बोधेन राग द्वेषादितानवे रतिर्बलोदितायासौ ब्रह्माभ्यास उदाहृतः. Aha, I tell you, you should get such a speaker who can really convincingly teach this such a beautiful subject. It's your prarabdha that I am talking on this subject. If you are fortunate enough, lucky enough, अच्छा पुण्य किए होते तो ऐसे लोग आपको मिलते सत्संग. क्या करें, आपका दौर्भाग्य है. I can only pity you. Because some shlokas are so sweet, so beautiful, so deep, so complete. I'll tell you literal meaning. You feel about it throughout night, little more tomorrow. What's it? Drushya asambhava bodhena. When the bodha, awakening, happens in us about the asambhavata of the drushya, that there is no drushya as it really. With that, what happens? When the drushya is never projected, never created, it is never there only, it is only appearing, it is not real. Ragadveshadi tanave. It leads to the tanukarana of the ragadvesha. And to the dream gold. Neither you can have raga nor you can have dvesha. Because it is asambhav, it's unreal. Isn't it? To that serpent which is realized later on as projection, neither you have attachment nor you have any fear about it. So, drishya asambhava bodhena raga dveshadi tanave. When the raga dvesha become tanukruta, eliminated, removed, because you will have raga dvesha, something when it is there. And what was that drishya? Drishya asambhava bodh ho gaya aapko. Because shruti, yukti and abhyas. So, drishya asambhava bodhena, when the awakening in us happens of the understanding that the drishya was never created, it is not real, therefore. Ragadveshaditaname, toward projected world, there is no ragadvesha. Therefore, the only way to get rejection of the ragadvesha in our life is the entire world of things and beings and upadhis towards which we have ragadvesha, realizing that they are never real. That's the only way. Once accepted as real, you cannot escape ragadvesha. And once the ragadveshas are there, samsara. When we are in samsara, the moksha is impossible. The only way to get rid of ragadvesha is the world towards which I have ragadvesha, it is not real. Like when you see a movie. How to get rid of our ragadvesha movie? Know that it is not real. It's only hero, villain, ये सारे मिलकर एक shooting करके cinema निकाला. It's not real. That's why in the first scene only they give the disclaimer. And the disclaimer is very laughable. He says, it is all cinema projected. Any resemblance is accidental only. It is not deliberate. मतलब थोड़ा भी गुंजाइश नहीं छोड़ रहे इस सिनेमा को रियल मानने का. Isn't it? Little trace also that you see, read the disclaimer. All these characters in the movie are fictitious, etc. The resemblance of anything is coincidental. Therefore, it is real. Relation मात्र भी real नहीं है वो. With this knowledge, you see 10,000 movies, yet you are not bound. But in one movie, if you take it as real, you are bound. And that one movie is this life of ours, in which the drishya is taken as real and the drashta is real. अब संसार भी real. अब सपनों सांप को रियल मानोगे तो डर भी रियल होगा. Isn't it? What is our problem? We want to keep the serpent alive or real. Still, we don't want to be free. We don't want to be afraid. ये नहीं होगा. सांप है तो डरोगे ही। लकीली क्या है ना, सांप है नहीं वहां। सो टू जगत है तो डेफिनेटली विल हैव टू हैव द राग द्वेष संसार। Fortunately, the Jagat is not there. It's only Kalpita. That is the meaning of Dushya Sambhava Bodhena Raga Dveshanritanave. Then what happens? When my Raga Dvesha for the world is gone away, where will be my all attention? Where will be more importance? To the Adhisthana Brahman only. That's called as Ratir Bala Udita Yaso. The one in whom the Rati, the reveling in Brahman, becomes more and more stronger. It is called as Brahmabhyasa Udahrata. Another next level of explaining about what is Brahmabhyasa and how it is strengthened. Leela's point was Katham Katham Poshamayati. How this Brahmabhyasa becomes Poshita, stronger. She asked, no, these are the things. When you remove Ragadvesha, your Brahmabhyasa becomes more Poshita. How do you remove the Ragadvesha? By discovering that world to which you have Ragadvesha is never real only. Drushya asambhav कहते हैं. In the above shloka, sargadaveva na utpannam. उससे पहले अत्यंत अभाव संपत्ति. Now these shlokas have to very pausingly studied. The interconnection, all of them has to be meditated. ये तो बड़ा टेक्स्ट है, इतने टॉपिक हमको पढ़ने, इसलिए हमको भागना पड़ रहा है. But otherwise, every topic is complete in guiding us. Therefore, in Brahmabhyasa, the two main points are one, Brahma Satyam, do its abhyasa. Two, other than Brahma, the Drashta and Drishya, they are Kalpita. उसका वासनाओं को तनुकरण करो, उनको उन स्ट्रांग करने वाला राग द्वेष को तनुकरण करो. How राग द्वेष are removed? Strengthen the knowledge. What knowledge? That the creation never happened, therefore Drishya never there. Therefore, I need not have raga dvesha towards it. Therefore, drashta drishya problem is not there. Then the druk swarupa is realized. That's what in योग में चित्त वृत्तियां निकाल दी तो आत्मा को आइडेंटिफाई करने के लिए कुछ है नहीं, देखो वो अपने आप में रह जाता है. चित्त वृत्ति निरोधा योगा तदा द्रष्टु स्वरूप अवस्था. थिंक अबाउट इट. लाइक घर में करंट बिजली चली गई, इन्वर्टर भी खत्म हो गया, अभी टीवी सेल फोन देखने का चांस नहीं है, अब मंदिर जाएंगे वहां कथा सुनने. There is nothing to do, therefore I come to class. There is nothing as an object to entertain, neither me the corresponding subject. Then what's there? Only Brahmachintan. In this way, strengthen your Brahmabhyasa. Saraswati Mata says, which this guidance nowhere you will find. In this way, hundreds of topics unique to this own text we find in this. One of them is this. Earlier also, the how to supersede the prarabdha with our purushartha, that was dealt for 2, 3, 4 chapters. Chintana about that. Then Shamo Vichara Santosha Sadhu Sangama. How many topics in this glorious text unique to it we saw? Only we are in the fourth or third thousand of mantra. 25 more thousand shlokas are there. How many topics will come, you see? One of the sadhana sapta sopana you will see. है ना. इन दिस टेक्स्ट निर्वाण प्रकरण में आएगा, हमको 5 साल लगेंगे वहां पहुंचते हुए. The 7 steps of realization. Last 4 I am remembering. Asamsakti, Padartha Bhavani and Turyaga. Before that, the 4 steps. Vasanakshaya, Manonasha. There are 7 steps are there. It is unique to only this text. I say hundreds of topics. So love this Shastra. Though it's only one Shastra we are studying, but topics are many. Guidances are many. Revelations are many. Inspirations are many. मस्त. मुझे तो एंचेंटमेंट आ गया इस टेक्स्ट में. मैं तो पढ़ता ही रहूंगा. यू में से बोर हो गया स्वामी जी, योग वासिष्ठ छोड़ो और एक पकड़ो. मैं नहीं पकड़ने वाला। एनीवे दूसरे क्लास तो कर ही रहे। माई गोल इज प्रस्थानत्रयम एंड सच 2 or 3 great Smriti Granthas like this and Gita and lot of Prakaranas, and we have already done one Ramayana Itihasa, one Bhagavad Purana. Thank you. We'll continue the last 1, 2, 3, 4 श्लोका tomorrow. ओम पूर्णमदः बोल श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय, सरस्वती मैया की जय, वशिष्ठ भगवान की जय, आप सब अद्भुत श्रोता गण की जय. Thank you. Okay, friends. See you.